What's up everybody? Nate Bartlett, Realtor in Marathon, Florida, and we're at 98 Sunrise, the new house we're building, and it's been a while, so I'm really excited to have you here and show you some updates because a lot has changed. We had a little bit of a delay thanks to Hurricane Debby, which we'll get into in a little bit. It rained bricks from about 3 stories up for a few days and decided when that happened, we were gonna make the house a little better and a little bigger upstairs. So stay tuned, check it out. We even have the pool started out back. Okay, so upstairs right now, the guys, the crew, they're working on the beams that go around the external part of the house. Those beams, once they're in, then the roof trusses will go on top. So the form boards that they're building will eventually house the concrete pour for those beams. So that's what they're working on right now. So since you guys have been here last, we got a staircase now. Nice to be able to walk up, not a ladder. So we have a nice staircase option to get upstairs. And then the biggest change really is they got the footers or the grade beam back in the pool. So now that base of the pool is ready for the concrete bowl, which they'll form up next. All right, so we're up here on the top floor and I'm standing in what was a bedroom on the original plans. I'll never forget this. I walked up here the day they had the concrete block. So the external wall used to be right here. They had the blocks, everything set. And I walked up here and there were too few windows, in my opinion, that we just weren't maximizing that view. The bedrooms felt a little tight to me, and I don't like to do anything kind of half-ass, and I just looked at it and was like, this isn't right, we gotta find a way to make it better. I didn't sleep for like 2 days as I kind of stewed over what to do, and then Hurricane Debby rolls in, and my builder Ed called me. I'll never forget this. He picks up the phone, he calls me, and he said, Nate, I don't know if you're a religious person, but your walls just got knocked down that you weren't very happy with. So literally the wind blew this entire section of wall. It was laying on its side, it blew it over. The front part of the house, it rained down onto the front staircase, that entire brick wall. Bricks were everywhere. That wall went to the side. I mean, this place, broken brick, destruction everywhere. And so I said, you know what? Let's make lemonade out of lemons. I kind of caused myself a little bit of temporary pain and delay, but I wanted to take this wall out, and now this area, instead of being a roof for the downstairs patio, this will mirror what we did over in the master. So these 2 bedrooms are getting pushed out. They're gonna have a balcony, which they didn't have a balcony before. And it will kind of be a U shape now instead of ending here. So we're gonna mirror over there. But in the meantime, we can't just go and make that change on the fly. The architect has to do the change on paper first. Then the engineer has to reinforce and make sure all the engineering can support our change. Then the city of Marathon has to approve it. So I cost myself about a month to do that change, but I think it's gonna be well worth it. In the meantime, these guys needed something to do, so we shifted them out onto the pool, and over the last few weeks, they've been kind of forming that pool, the grade beam, and the footers down in the ground. They're gonna backfill all of that, so you won't see that, but all that structure ties into the piers that go 30 feet down into the ground, and that's gonna hold the bowl of the pool and all of that weight up, because the pool decking will be at the level of the second floor. So that structure down in the ground is gonna hold and support all that weight. So they went out there, they knocked that out, poured that concrete on Tuesday. Now we're back at the house, everything's approved, and we're making this thing bigger and extending it out. We're looking down at the pool, and the way this thing's kind of laid out, our deck below is gonna extend another 12 feet, so it'll get bumped out 12 feet. And then the pool, the tanning shelf, starts right at that second kind of rectangular area. The circular part over there, that's gonna hold the weight of the hot tub, and then the pool is where that arch is. Now, what that arch, there's 2 kind of layers out there. The edge of the pool will be at the first one, and then we'll have an infinity edge, and then that 3 or 4 foot basin out there, that's gonna catch the water as it flows over the edge. But the entire outside arch of that pool will be an infinity edge, and it is going to be amazing looking, staring out at that ocean. Okay, so now we're down on the main floor. So the kitchen is over there, outdoor kitchen on the patio. This was the original sliding door set, but I just always felt like this living room space was a little narrow. And one thing about me is I'm definitely a perfectionist, and it bothered me. So when we moved, made the changes upstairs, I said, it's time, screw it. We bite the bullet and make this a little bigger too. So this set of sliding doors, we already had the beams and columns there, so we just bumped it out. So now those sliding doors will scoot out to here, and this will still be AC'd space, and I'm gonna make this the most killer fishbowl dining room you've ever seen. I'm gonna have a breakfast or dining room table that sits here, looks at the ocean. You'll have glass doors here, and then on the ends, we're gonna have glass doors as well. So I wanted to make this, extend that living space out a little bit, make it feel a little wider. And I thought, man, what a great spot for your dining area. So this will be dining area kind of enclosed in glass. Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Next, what we'll have is they'll come and they're gonna frame and pour all the concrete beams to support the new structure that we added. Then they'll enclose that with concrete brick. And then once that's done, they bring the trusses for the roof, and we're off and rolling. And the second that roof goes on, we can put the windows in and close this thing and then start working on the inside. So stay tuned. Excited to keep showing you this project as we go from basically ground dirt to nothing to a just phenomenal property here in the Florida Keys.